We'll call the November 18th, 2025 regular council meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Roll call, please.
Myers.
Here.
Deshawn.
Here.
Slater.
Here.
Moritz.
Here.
Sherrick. Here. Spiegel.
Here.
Me.
Here. All right. First item is on visitors. We have Makayla Laser from the Crawford County Economic Development Partnership.
All right. Good evening. You guys can hear me well? Good. Everybody in the back can hear me? Great. All right. So, my name is Makayla Laser. I am the Executive Director for Crawford Partnership. Crawford Partnership is the county's lead economic development organization, and the reason I'm here tonight is there's a lot of different reasons. First is to introduce myself formally to council. I've had a couple of informal conversations, an executive session with you guys, but I haven't been able to really present myself to the residents of Bucyrus. Want to be able to do that. Also to really talk about the impact that we've had throughout 2025, where we're at for economic, workforce, and community development currently, and what 2026 can and could look like for us. But also just to, check in, make sure things are going well. I know that the partnership has had a track record of doing quarterly reports to the city of Bucyrus. I would love to continue to do that. In 2026, I just started in my role on August 25th, so I'm still very new to Crawford County, to the partnership as well. But as I get settled in, I really want to make sure that I'm a good collaborator and partner to you all. I'd be remiss not to mention I'm joined tonight by 4 board members. I have Kim Winkle here. She's our board chair with Avita Health Systems. Monica Bess is the owner and broker of Bess Boulevard Real Estate Company. She's our board secretary. I also have Clayton Harold here tonight with Park National Bank. He is our board vice chair. And then Keith Hummel, last but not least, is the controller for Tramix Sloan and Galleon, and he is our board treasurer. The reason I brought 4 of my board members here is a couple of different reasons. One, I want to recognize that I am still new to my role, and so while I may not have the depth of knowledge for City of Bucyrus specifically, my board certainly does, and we are in constant communication. But secondarily, if there are members of council that do have questions beyond my historical scope, they are here to answer those questions. So for the purpose of tonight's conversation, there is a packet that we provided all of you that you are able to browse through and look at. I understand that in past, David or Sarah may have done a PowerPoint presentation, and now that I look at the people in this room, I apologize for not having a PowerPoint presentation for you guys to also look at. I wanted you guys to have a physical paper file for your files, like the Tourism Bureau does. But I'm happy to follow suit, whatever you guys would prefer. If we want to do a slide deck starting in Q1 of 2026, I am more than happy to do that. But at least for now, I have paper copies. I will let you guys start off by looking at the first few pages. For everybody here, it's kind of fluff with our board and our mission and our staff. But with that being said, I really want to talk about ground level, how economic development works in Ohio. Because in order to really understand those mechanisms, the metrics that we talk about for economic development is pointless. So there's a three-legged stool essentially to economic development in Ohio. You have the state, the region, and the local. The state entity is Jobs Ohio. They are the statewide economic development organization, and Jobs Ohio is actually funded through the alcohol sales in Ohio. So all of our alcohol tax goes towards actually supporting economic development. Jobs Ohio utilizes those pooled funds to then support and incentivize business attraction and growth throughout the state of Ohio. So Jobs Ohio has a pretty large team. They talk to companies in Ohio, nationally, internationally, to tell them why they should continue to invest or start investing in Ohio. So that's the state level. At the regional level is RGP, Regional Growth Partnership. RGP is essentially the quarterback for our 17-county region. They are serving in the best interests of Northwest Ohio, and they serve as that middle ground between a county entity and the state entity, because if you can imagine what a state entity would be like having to communicate with 80-plus counties in Ohio on an economic development lens, it's much easier to do that with 5 or 6 regional partners like RGP to go on from there. So that's the regional piece of it. And then it's your local level. It's your boots on the ground, and that is the Crawford Partnership. So our role is to ensure that the competitiveness for the Crawford County area and City of Bucyrus overall remains in line with every other community. And so when Jobs Ohio talks to a company, say they're based out of Japan, they're looking at Ohio, they would then submit a lead, a project lead, to their regional partners. The regional partners then shares the information to us, and then our role is to gather that information. So it is talking to AEP, it is talking to Columbia Gas, it is talking to the Water and Utility Department within the City of Bucyrus, and getting those capacities lined up to see if that site, that building, could be the right fit for that business to grow and invest in Bucyrus. That's one of the roles that we play at the partnership as the lead organization for the county, and that's what we do for City of Bucyrus. On the adverse side, it can go right back up the ladder the same way. So say I talk to a business tomorrow and they say, I want to add 20 jobs, I want to do an expansion, I want to invest XYZ dollars in my company in Bucyrus. I then go to RGP, explain the parameters of the project, and see if it could be a good fit for a Jobs Ohio program. And then, again, in a reverse order, getting those state level dollars down to Crawford County. In the broadest nutshell form of it, that is economic development for the state of Ohio. And after talking to Jobs Ohio's CEO and president last week in Findlay, he has made it very clear that Ohio is at the top of the nation's game when it comes to economic development. So our systems work. With that being said, I am now able to finally talk into and dive into economic development for Bucyrus specifically. I want everybody to be aware we are a county-wide entity. A lot of our reporting mechanisms measure county-level metrics because of that. So I will do my best to strike a nice balance between what I would usually report out as an organization, but also specific to Bucyrus, because I know that that's really what this council cares about. That's what the residents of Bucyrus truly care about. And so that's what I'll focus on today. There are two major business investments within Bucyrus specifically this year that I really want to highlight. And you'll see those metrics outlined in this report. But the first one is Avita's Orthopedic Care Center. Amazing, amazing opportunity for Avita to continue to grow here. Avita is the largest employer in Crawford County. Healthcare and healthcare industries are our top industry for Crawford County, if you don't know that. So there's tons of opportunity with Avita. Super proud and excited to support them and see that building come to fruition. The second one is Forge Fire and Company. So everybody is aware, I would hope, that Forge Fire exists now in Bucyrus. If you don't, driving up on north end of Sandusky Ave next to Randy's Tire Shop is a freshly painted black building, and it's a great company. Todd and Carrie Shepard are the co-owners for that facility, and ultimately the reason why Forge Fire and Company chose Bucyrus is because of the work being done by one of my predecessors, Sarah Hurley, and Jessica Sattler at RGP. Without Jessica Sattler at RGP in constant communication with Todd and Carrie throughout our transition, we could have very well dropped the ball on getting Forge Fire to Bucyrus. So I truly appreciate Jessica, Sarah Hurley for inciting that conversation for those entrepreneurs. I'm always going to give credit where credit's due. Forge Fire is not a win that I'm going to chalk up as mine because that's definitely Sarah and Jessica. But with Forge Fire, I really feel that this is a catalytic project for Crawford County, but Bucyrus specifically because of all of the momentum that we've gotten from this project. Just last Wednesday, Becky and her team at the Chamber of Commerce did a really nice ribbon cutting, and a lot of City of Bucyrus constituents were there, which I really appreciated. Mayor Truca did a proclamation for Forge Fire as well. But Forge Fire received, and that was announced that day, they received a $50,000 small business grant from Jobs Ohio to incentivize their growth. So they're utilizing those funds to install a heating system, which will be very beneficial as we're heading into these colder months, as you can imagine. So that's a very useful expenditure for Forge Fire. But in exchange for that small business grant, they have committed to creating 30 additional permanent full-time jobs for the City of Bucyrus over the next 3 years. So that is one of the two Jobs Ohio authenticated projects that we've had throughout the county in 2025. And I'm super proud to really tout Forge Fire. Jim Fox is the HR director there. It's important for me to shout him out as well. Really great partners all around. Quickly, just to kind of breeze through the site readiness and infrastructure efforts on this specifically, we do have a 44-acre Jobs Ohio authenticated site in the Crossroads Industrial Park on the north end of town. That certification is set to expire this year. The partnership is involved, and we are continuing conversations to pursue that renewal. That authentication is really important because that's what tells the company that site is ready. You can put a shovel in it tomorrow and it's ready to go. So that authentication really speeds along processes for companies that can be on the pickier side when it comes to a business attraction piece. So I wanted to mention that. Entrepreneurial and small business support has been a pillar recently for Crawford Partnership. Since I started in this role a little over 2 months ago, I've gotten a lot of calls on how do I get access to capital? Are there access to grants? How do I build my capital stack to start my business? And so throughout the first couple of months, this actually started towards the latter half of Greg Timberlake's time as interim director. He engaged with Lisa Workman at the Community Foundation for Crawford County, and they revamped some COVID-19 relief funds that the partnership originally had for businesses and transferred it to what is now called our Small Business Microloan Program. So the Small Business Microloan Program provides a $3,000 no interest loan to businesses looking to start a brand new business in Crawford County or expand to additional locations in Crawford County. I am pleased to share today that we've actually had 2 microloans awarded since we've actually launched that in September of this year. The first one is for Birch Tree Bookery. They are a local bookshop owner. Crystal and Justin Bessler are the co-owners for that. They originally started in Marion, Ohio. They expanded to a second location that just opened up on Mansfield Street, sorry. 1810 Mansfield Street is their official address. They opened up earlier this month with a grand opening as well, so super excited to welcome and support Birch Tree Bookery. The microloan was utilized to support the first 2 or 3 months of their lease agreement. The second applicant that received the microloan was Bridge Group LLC. Tom is a local entrepreneur. He actually owns the Sunoco station on the backside here on Hopley Ave behind City Hall. He is exploring a couple of different business ventures in Bucyrus, so I'm really looking forward to working with him specifically. But for this microloan application specifically, he's looking to start an auto repair shop on Sandusky Ave as well. So supporting 2 local entrepreneurs in Bucyrus with our microloan program, I wanted to ensure that that metric and that success has been shared broadly. And then what you'll see is the table breakdown of our KPIs and metrics for just economic development for Crawford County. Again, a lot of our metrics are county because we're a countywide entity. So our 2024 actual, we completed 4 projects with 3 Jobs Ohio incentives attached to those 4 projects. As of this year, we have 2 projects and 2 Jobs Ohio incentive offers attached to those projects. So for every project we had a Jobs Ohio incentive attached to it. We actually seen an increase in the new jobs created. Last year's actual was 25 new jobs created. This year, our year-to-date is 32 jobs created. Our 2024 actuals for job created payroll was just over $1 million. It was $1,072,800. Our 2025 year-to-date for jobs created payroll addition is $2,333,200. Good work. We have a lot of exciting things in the works as well. I'm excited to work with incoming council, the incoming executive or committee chair, for the Economic Development Committee to really figure out what can we do collaboratively between the partnership and the city of Bucyrus to ensure its competitiveness level is at its game, at the top of its game, But I really also want to focus on the other 2 prongs because economic development is an important piece of it, but I think we can see and show a lot of our impact in workforce and community development because unfortunately with economic development, I am bound to a lot of confidentiality agreements. A lot of our work can be behind the scenes and I cannot talk about it until it's ready to be talked about. So until those conversations can continue to unfold, we can definitely point to our workforce and community development. And also considering the year that we've went through in this transition, I'm the 3rd director to represent the partnership in this calendar year. I'm super pleased with how Ashley and Lisa has continued to maintain their work streams regardless of that disruption. So for workforce development, I won't bore you with the details, but just a refresher, WIOA is a state entity that funds Lisa Markham's position. So she does not come out of our general operating budget. We receive state dollars to fund her position to have workforce development capacity in a rural county like Crawford County. I was super grateful to have that innovative solution for revenue. But for Lisa, she has about 4 or 5 different tasks as a part of her state recommended work plan that she can stick to. And I outline all of these here for you. So the first one, we had 16 county educators participate in this year's Teacher Business Boot Camp, and we had 6 businesses participate in that. Across 2 different days, Manufacturing Day and Wage Tours. Those are 2 different opportunities for 8th grade or 10th grade students respectively to see regional career opportunities. I always follow the mantra, if you want to be it, you have to see it. If a kid is interested in manufacturing, they need to see what a manufacturing career looks like. If somebody's interested in working at Avita, it's not just nurses that work at Avita. There's a lot of other opportunities at Avita outside of being a nurse. So those wage tours and manufacturing days are designed to really get kids to tour those facilities, to see our local employers, but adversely allow the employers to build that high school to higher pipeline. Let them show and see what prospective employees they could have in the future. So across those 2 days alone, across all 6 school districts that participated, Lisa impacted over 800 students across those 2 days. We had several businesses participate locally for wage tours. You have Horde Family Farms, Pickwick Place, Avita and Bucyrus, Forge Fire, IB Tech, Advanced Fiber Technologies. So really great business support as well to implement these programs, and I really appreciate that. Another key win that we've had for workforce development is for Ohio's Tech Cred program. Tech Cred reimburses employers for upskilling their employees using technology-based short-term credentials. And as of October 2025, over $260,000 has come to Crawford County employers for Tech Cred training. Bucyrus City Schools alone received $120,000 this year to do 60 trainings for their educators. So this is also a quick plug. If you're interested in Tech Cred, give our office a call. We'd be happy to walk you through that process. Application closes at the end of November. So I wanted to make sure that that was a mention here because she did a really good job in making sure that Tech Cred is readily available to our employers. Another thing that she worked on this year is our internship grant program. So we developed and awarded 2 $5,000 grants to support the internships for 2 local employers. This provided practical work experience and really strengthened that local pipeline for young individuals and professionals. Arrogant Goat Brewing and Horde Family Farms were the 2 businesses that were able to benefit, both in Bucyrus for those interns. I'm super excited about that, and I think that there's an opportunity to really make that a sustainable program. We look forward to discussing that in 2026. On the workforce development side, I also think it's important to touch on Diamond Wipes. Diamond Wipes obviously impacted this community greatly. Any closure impacts economic development greatly, but I wanted you to be aware, and I wanted the community to be aware of 2 different ways that we've attacked that since that closure came to light. First, I'm in contact with the CFO at Diamond Wipes to see what can be the best and highest next use for that building and that property specifically. There's a couple of different leads that I've been made aware of that I think we can get that building filled quite quickly, but we'll see. The second thing is the workforce. There were 40 people laid off from that. What can we do? What did we do? So I was made aware of the closure on Friday morning, and then by Monday afternoon, myself and Lisa, Susie with our local Job and Family Services office, our Ohio Means Job Center, Nate and Corey with the Crawford Success Center and NC State, and then Becky Lutz with the Crawford County Chamber of Commerce. We're all on a call to talk about how can we collaborate, how can we support them. And so about a week and a half later at the Crawford Success Center, there was an emergency job fair for all dislocated workers to come to the area. I was lucky enough to get access to the registrant list from the data that they were collecting during the event. And there were 77 total people that were at least registered and marked. There are claims that there are maybe 100 plus people there, but we at least have 77 individual names of job seekers that attended. Of the 77, 9 were impacted by the Diamond Wipes closure, and they attended the job fair. And I also think that this is important to note. 4 counties were represented at this event. We had people come from Morrow, Huron County, Wyandotte County and Crawford County to this emergency job fair. The reason why I bring this up is because I do want the community to know that we do obviously take these very seriously. We want to address them. We want to collaborate and work with our local officials. But ultimately, it was the agility of our community organizations that really were able to band together and get a really nice program off the ground to get people onto the next step for their life. But moving on to community development. Ashley Shaw has been with our team for a little over a year now. She is kind of prioritizing two key tasks. The first one is the Brownfield Assessment Coalition grant with the EPA. We are administering that for City of Bucyrus, the Village of Crestline, and the Village of New Washington. We are currently attacking 2 of the 4 key tasks as a part of that work plan. We are doing outreach and we are doing site inventory and assessment. Manic Smith Group, I believe Greg had mentioned to you guys that they were selected as the consultant for the EPA grant when he spoke to you guys in August. They are right now working on a brownfield inventories for the 3 municipalities, of which then we will activate Mayor Truca and Safety Service Director Starner to come back to our committee and really inform us on what properties in the City of Bucyrus they want to see us focus on for the purpose of this grant. So she has been maintaining that throughout this year. The second thing that she does is CU Lead. CU Lead is the leading leadership development program, I guess, for the county. It's a great opportunity to upskill prospective managers, emerging leaders, really showcase Crawford County as a whole. And for CU Lead specifically, I did want to note of the employers of the participants on page 9, I want you to see that there are other counties, other professionals from other counties coming to CU Lead to participate in this program. So I'm super proud of the work that Ashley has done in maintaining and operating the administration of this program. I'm always thankful to Dave Williamson and Todd Boyer for the origination of this program. And I think we're approaching our 15th anniversary for CU Lead, but I wanted to make sure that that was mentioned. I think that covers everything at a broad level of what we're trying to do here. If there's any questions, concerns, feedback that you may have, that anybody else in the room may have, or people watching, I'm new, so please let me know what you need from me. I'm open to feedback, comments, concerns, questions. I'm still very much in the listening tour phase of my time here, and so because of that, I want to make sure that I am as well informed as I can be to do this job effectively. But I do appreciate the City of Bucyrus ultimately for your patience throughout this transition. I know it's been hard. We've been operating at a not great capacity, but we've been doing our best, and we are certainly ramping up for a very exciting 2026 on the economic development side, and I look forward to continuing these conversations in the future. But in the meantime, are there any questions, or board members, did I miss anything? Okay, good. Good.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
that birch tree is, you gave the address, but you didn't really say where it is. It's out there by McKeever and Associates.
Thank you.
That's
Yes.
why my phone started making noise. I
It's
was
the
looking for
last
the
door.
address and a video popped up. I was like,
Yes, it's the last door. Last door. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for the clarification. Yeah.
There is a sign out there now.
There is.
Yeah.
Yes, very exciting. Yeah, all right. Thank you all very much. I appreciate the time.
Thank you, and also thank you to your board members who came with you, and you guys are not required to stay for the whole meeting. If you wanted to go, feel free to. You're welcome to stay, though. Before we continue with public participation, Mrs. Slater, you had something you wished to address real quick?
Yes, thanks, Mr. Myers. Just so everyone's aware, I am on an online class, and sometimes there's some scheduling conflicts with presentations. Mostly it does not affect council. However, tonight I have a presentation that I have to give a part of the presentation on. So I was just asking if it's okay with council is when my group is called, if you guys mind if I just step in the back room, because I'd like to stay and participate. Just life sometimes conflicts a little bit. Is that okay with everyone?
So I would actually like to put this out on the floor and entertain a motion to allow Mrs. Slater to exit this area when her time comes to do that, to go into the back room, and then to rejoin us and continue with the
I'll
meeting.
make a motion to allow her to step out as she needs to and step back in as soon as she can.
I'll second that.
All right, I have a motion to allow Mrs. Slater to exit for that presentation by Ms. Sherrick and a second by Mr. Spiegel. We'll do a roll call vote, please.
Okay, Aaron?
Yes.
Sorry. Mr. Spiegel?
Yes.
Mr. Me?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
Ms. DeShawn?
Yes.
Ms. Slater?
Abstain.
Oh, Ms. Ritz.
Yes.
Okay, so when that time comes, feel free just to go and do your thing, and then good luck and come
Yeah,
back.
thank you.
All right.
President?
Yes, sir.
That being said, I also have to be out here by at least 9:30.
All right.
Go to work.
Okay, we'll do our best. Continuing on with public participation.
Greg White, 1125 Hillcrest Drive. Just a few things tonight I would like to bring up. The two city officials that were talked about in the past meetings, I believe, came out of the zoning office, because they were only the ones in executive session. Nobody else was in there. I also want to bring up that council still doesn't want to follow council rules. Some of you can call out residents or speakers on this. However, the rules must not apply to council members. Also, Lisa Stuckman, who's the administrative assistant for the mayor's office, has talked to me twice in the last couple weeks. And she's told me that I'm doing some decent things for the community. And she says, why can't I do this for council? I said, well, I will grant you this, but when some elected officials and city employees start telling the truth about everything, I'm all in. But I don't think this is really going to happen. And to Mr. Myers, thank you for making fun of the way I talked during the last Health and Safety Committee meeting. From your comments were par for the course. I hope you had a good laugh because that's what it was showed on video. So what is really going on with the safety of Bucyrus residents and visitors? Is the fire department not enforcing the state fire code? Or do they pick and choose which ones they enforce and not enforce? Or is it just during the festival? Now, there's some interesting news that I have discovered recently, and we haven't talked about this for a while. The Bucyrus Visitors and Travel Bureau. There are some big questions that still remain unanswered. I have been in contact with some people in Texas and trying to figure out a few things. This is what I'd like to know. The contract with the LLC of Elaine Naples, was that a legitimate contract? 2, why did the former director of the Visitors and Travel Bureau need $46,000 in help in running that bureau? That's kind of interesting. And why aren't the records available? I understand certain things are available and certain things are not available. So, because they are a 501c6 and not a 3 or 4. Plus, they also get 99.7% of their funding from BedTex. Those funds are given to them without any checks or balance by this city. That needs to change. When the director resigned during the midst of all this, that was also interesting. Now the records are showing that $46,000 showed up in a donation to a park fund here in Bucyrus through the IRS information. There's a lot of people involved in this. Some are intertwined on both of these committees, which I find interesting. The last thing I want to talk about is I still do not believe that the water fund issue was all caused by the former safety service director telling the auditor everything was good. Looking at the treasury reports back from 2024 shows another side of this issue. The residents are going to have to pay for this for many years to come to pay back this bond, over $1 million plus interest. And who's really at fault of this? That is a real question that a lot of people have asked me. Who is at fault? The story is unbelievable in how it was crafted and told to the public. Would it be like if someone made up a story that safety service director and auditor are having an affair? Is that believable? Who knows?
Point of order.
Many stories are made up.
Your point of order, ma'am?
Thank you.
You know it.
Amazing how quickly we went through. I'm sorry, Caitlin.
Any additional public participation?
Robert Taylor, 411 Plymouth Street. I just had a resident, a conversation with him. He's a property owner, a taxpayer, and he owns a house on Plymouth. He just renovated it did a super nice job, really upped the value of the place. Long story short, he owns 2 lots on the south end of town, right behind the old bistro. It's not buildable there. Estimated cost is, I think, he was told high end, probably 30 grand. The problem is there's a sewer line, water, storm drain running through there. Prior to zoning is my understanding as well. Nobody really knows when it was put there by the city. Now, this spring, that road's being torn up. They're already going to be in there. This guy offered to go into a partnership deal with the city to have those lines tore out so he could build a new house there. And he was told no. Not by any elected officials, by bureaucrats, essentially, red tape. I'm not going to mention names. I'm not here to cause any kind of dispute like that, but here's my question. As the administration, the service department, the zoning department, are we not looking for economic development too? And the way I see this is a guy that is going to build a brand new home on an empty lot that for now all it's doing is collecting property taxes and grass. You're mowing it. There's no economic benefit to the city. You build a new house there, you're guaranteed at least one person paying income tax. And I mean, he's talking 1,800 square foot home. I would imagine there's going to be more than one person living there working and paying tax to the city. But besides all that, let's just say this is just a lot the city owns, 2 lots that are not non-buildable. Wouldn't it make sense, if you're already going to be in that area digging, to go ahead and fix that, make that a buildable lot, just for the future purpose of some sort of economic development, be it a business or be it a new home? To me, it's common sense, and this guy's willing to split the cost. And I don't see how this decision is made by the zoning department, by the zoning board, by the administration, without any consideration from the actual elected officials. I don't know where that needs to go. I would assume something like plating, but that we need to look at these situations, and this is not like it would be a favor for this guy. You're already going to be there doing work. The road's going to be tore up. You're right there. He's willing to pay half the cost to make this a buildable site. To me, it makes sense to take a look at that as a council and see if we can't do something with that. Thank you.
Mr. President,
I was going to say, though, plating, or would that be service?
I'm thinking service and finance.
Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion to refer that to service and finance so we can further investigate it and see if there's anything we can do to help that along.
So moved. Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Meehan, a second by Mrs. Slater to refer that to service and finance. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same? All right, thank you, guys. Mr. Taylor, before Thursday meetings, could you either get with me and/or Mr. Moritz and give us a little more information? Thank you.
James Cady, 216, formerly of 216 West Mary Street. Well, I had a question for you, sweetheart.
Me?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wasn't you the realtor that was inside that, the blessed lady you was saying?
Monica Bess.
Yeah, she was inside, she was inside the CIC meeting.
Yes.
So, obviously you can see, this is me. I truly have my own LLC, everything.
Good.
I tried to do what I was told. Let me tell you, I'm getting pushed out of Crawford County.
Mr. Cady, I'm going to ask you, does this involve her presentation this evening?
No, it's just a couple questions.
Mr. Cady, does this question involve her presentation this evening, yes or no?
Yes, her
Okay,
presentation.
please stick to that.
So, on this economic development, right?
Yeah.
Who's all involved in it? Like, what's all involved? Is all Crawford County or just Bucyrus?
Great question. We're a countywide entity, but we serve each municipality in its own different way as well. But we're countywide, so I guess.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just wanting to know.
County.
So, it's countywide, so somebody with a small business can come and get
Yeah.
help.
Yep, absolutely.
And on the presentation form, that's you, right, Melissa?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm gonna contact you out the way.
Please do.
All right, question for the council. All right, now, some people here I've known for years. Some people, I know their parents, okay? Last meeting, when I was here, I got mainly talked to like I'm a dog. First of all, I'm a grown-ass man, excuse my French, just like they're grown. The second thing is some people, I'll say it to this day, I'll say it to the day I die. You act like adults, grown adults on this, get everything done before January. And like Greg said, I've asked Brandon multiple times, when are you gonna stand up and be a prosecutor and prosecute some of the people that was on that old administration?
What you're talking about are felonies, and I don't have jurisdiction over felonies.
But as you as a prosecutor can start it,
No, we can't.
correct?
No.
That's a county prosecutor thing.
So mainly it falls back on Matt Crawl.
Yep.
So mainly Matt Crawl is dropping the ball.
Yep.
It's what I'm getting at. This is why you understand. I ain't got nothing against nobody up here. Everybody might think I got something against them because of the way I talk, but no. I've been saying this. How long ago I've been saying this? You and Kevin told me, what, 2 or 3 months ago?
Yeah.
Call it ethic board.
Yeah.
Well,
Best thing you can do is go file a police report.
Dorsey? No, Dorsey. So if you filed the police report, y'all will investigate it, right? I'm just asking. This is for the public. I mean, Greg started it. I don't know why he ran out, but.
Of course, we file a police report, we investigate it.
All right. So,
File it with me.
just they file it with you.
Downstairs.
See, that's why you took that job, right? You prop your feet up and eat the ramen noodles. No, that's my dude. I known him a long time. But anyways, some things need to be done. I do gotta admit with the old administration because they file. Just some of the things you look at, they file. Just like the CIC board, I'm still trying to figure that out. But there's one thing I do gotta admit. Me and Mr. Bill Stucker talked about this. I took it personal when he first said it. But it's happening right now in this administration, technically, the buddy situation. Why can the mayor appoint anything to any boards that he's the head of? That should be illegal. Council should have it all. Just asking.
Every board and commission is set up through the law saying who appoints. There's certain ones that the mayor appoints to, council appoints to. There's some that say the mayor appoints. It's all, everything that's being done in the
But you
appointments.
understand what I'm saying, but the
I've got it all
CIC,
right here. Everything that's being done
Right.
by the appointments is being done by the law.
the CIC technically, if you really dig into it, and I've dug a lot more into it, Brandon, I could come to your office and teach you a lot about this because, trust me, I was pushed in a meeting. And that's why I was asking about the board lady part of her board. And I think he's racist, but I don't care. But at the end of the day, that's a buddy situation. Me and Mr. Bill Stucker talked about this. And that's something that the council should really get on to because the CIC, when you look into it, is ran by the economic development. And mayor shouldn't be on it. The city service director shouldn't be on it. It should be economic development. I think it's your city service director. They gotta have a realtor, and the rest is done, supposed to be these guys, the public. Why is the mayor putting him? And then when I talked to him, he said, oh, well, I put Mr. McKeever on there because he's a business owner. He's a very racist business owner. Just saying. And I can prove it because what he said to me.
Mr. Cady, can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Our CIC is set up, the members are the mayor, the council president, the auditor, the chair of the economic development committee, and the safety service director as an ex officio member, and then the remaining members, not to exceed 9 more, are appointed by the mayor with a vote from the council. That's how the
When you look
CIC,
in the bigger cities, this is what I'm saying.
we're not the bigger cities, this is how ours is legally set up.
Underneath the Ohio Revised Code. This, they technically call our CIC Ratliff Real Estate. That's on the street. I'm just saying what the street's singing. He set it up. He didn't set it up by law, by rules, nothing. He set it up the way he wanted it ran. This is what I'm saying. It's word on the street, man. I mean, I can record some conversations and bring it straight to you, and you can hear it, and you be like, damn, James, I didn't know this. But when you look underneath the state laws and how it's all ran in all the bigger cities, mayors is not on it. No mayor is part of it because it's like he said, it's a buddy system. Mayor can point anybody into it that he wants. And then mainly if that one guy don't like somebody, then you're gone. He's ruining the whole thing. Economic development, this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. I feel like the city of Bucyrus doesn't want a small trucking company to come in.
All right, Mr.
That makes
Cady,
good
you've
money.
reached your 5-minute limit. I'm asking you
Oh,
to
I'm cool,
wrap it
I'm
up.
cool.
Yeah, wrap up your comments if you
But
would.
no, that's all I gotta say. I'm cool. Like, I feel like that's the way it is.
All right, thank you. Any other public participation?
My name is Dawn Stevens, 1210 Reed Street here in Bucyrus. I was told to come up here to present an idea I had. I'm a mother of 4, 18-year-old, 15-year-old, and 2 twin boys that are 5. As the community is aware, we have had struggles finding things for our children to do in this community, as far as the pool has been having to be funded by the schools and local businesses. For a couple years, I have been putting a plan together to come up with a business I want to open up, and it's to basically give the children, not only teenagers, but also toddlers, somewhere like a rec center, kind of like the YMCA, but things to like teach them things like how to cook, or a tutor room to do homework, a game room, just like somewhere for them to get out of the home and give the parents a break, but also to give them somewhere, like if they're having a tough time at home, to just to get free. And I don't know how many board members have children or grandchildren or people in the community. I'm obviously it's something that I know other parents are struggling with, but nobody has enough dignity to come up here and talk about it. And I know it's going to be a step, and I've heard it's going to maybe take me a couple of years to get it up and running, but even if I can't get the local community or businesses to help me, I would like to try. I don't want to give up, because children are important, and they're the next generation. They're what's going to make our generation better, not us. So I figured I'd just come up here so I could start somewhere.
Is there anything you can think of that we can do to help you get started?
I mean, I have a packet I can present, or I can come to the next board meeting and let you guys look at it, but I'm putting this together, like, as far as funding from the state. I want help from not just, like I said, community, but also businesses like the schools, like they have been helping with the pool, because the pool, I think it's a lost cause, because kids are going up there, they're sabotaging it, just like the splash pad, they sabotage that. And I have little ones, so they kind of ruin it for my little ones, but I mean, I'm not asking for a handout. I just want somebody to help me find a building, because we have plenty of empty buildings that are just getting demolished, like the Salvation Army. That would be a perfect building for this, what I want. And like I said, I don't only just have one room, very many different rooms to help these children grow and stuff and learn. And I mean, I do know some sign language too, so I'd be willing to try to find if I can get funding for it to keep it up and running. Volunteers, obviously, I would see if we could get background checks done, drug tests done, to make sure these people are safe to help operate this company and be around our children.
So Mrs. Laser, who just stepped out in the hall with Mr. Cady, might be a good first step for you to talk to her. Some of the loans and things that she mentioned might be something that could help you get that jump start.
Okay, yeah, I just was told to come up here because I talked to a woman named Lisa Whitted, who told me this would be a start here.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Myers?
Let me,
I was gonna say, talking to the partnership is an excellent first step. there's a lot of things that they're doing at the library that, I mean, even if it's just getting something started and talking to them about maybe starting something there to help out, you could talk to them because they've got some amazing programs they've been doing. Same with the YMCA, you never know what they're, you know,
I mean, I've heard.
starting something small and then while you're working at getting your spot, that helps. But yeah, the Family and Children First Council might be able to help out with some stuff too. Like if you toss things around with them, they might be able to give ideas or, because yeah, there's a lot of us that have been trying to figure out what we can do versus, you know.
I just think a lot of parents don't care what their kids do. Like, I see kids running the streets, and my kids were not born here, they're born in Marion, but my kids were raised here. And I've been here for 20 years, a citizen in Bucyrus, and it was great when I first moved here, but as the years went on, like, all the things started to diminish, and I'm like, that's why all these kids are getting in trouble. Not like, I know the pool is nice to have, but it's not all year round. I want something all year round to be able to benefit them. And I'm still thinking on things like, I don't know if I want it to be nonprofit, profit, like, okay, like make it be like the YMCA, but like I said, this is not like the YMCA. There's going to be things I'm incorporating, a lot of things to do, so.
Yeah, if you're going to stay for the duration of the meeting, you could trade numbers with Ms. Sherrick afterwards, or her information's available on the city's website. And like I said, Mrs. Laser that just stepped on the hall will be another one. Mrs. Slater, you had something to add?
Yeah, I mean, we can maybe, to discuss it, it sounds like more like an entrepreneurship type, geared towards children, yes, but if we made a referral to economic development, we could do some sort of referral like entrepreneurship supporter initiatives, see if there's anything we can do
Is that
on
a
our end.
referral to the committee?
Yeah.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Slater and a second by Mr. Mead to refer this to the Economic Development Committee. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. That motion carries. So you could also trade numbers or reach out to Ms. Slater on her information is also available on the city website and get you started.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other public participation?
What would we call the referral?
Say that again.
What would we call the referral?
I said entrepreneurship support and initiatives.
Say it really fast.
Yeah.
Okay. You have, before we get on to the minutes that are on here, I do want to give a thank you to Michelle for your diligent work that you've already started doing, putting these together, and to Lisa Stuckman and the administrative offices that are helping. So thanks to both of you. You do have in front of you the regular council minutes from May the 5th, 2025. I'll entertain a motion to approve those.
Mr.
Yes, ma'am.
Will I call you President Pro Tem?
You can call me late for dinner. Go ahead.
I would like to move that we table both the May 5th and the July 29th regular council meeting minutes so that we have some more time to review them.
I believe
And
that
then
to be
we
a
could
fair request.
Put them on the next council agenda, December 2nd.
Do I hear any objection to tabling these? All right, they are so tabled.
Thank you.
Communications and petitions, do we have anything, Michelle?
No.
All right. Standing committee reports, economic development.
All right, so for economic development, the biggest thing that we're working on is the housing council for the community reinvestment areas. We're looking for 2 referrals, and those are done by me personally. So I'm wanting to know how the council feels about this. At this point in the game, we're at 11:18. I'm not able to do it until the next meeting. Are we wanting to table this for the new council, or are we wanting to take care of it?
Is there any type of a timeliness that this needs to be done before the end of this year?
I don't see any, I haven't heard of any active applications with the CRA, so I think we can wait. I just feel like it's probably more diplomatic that way.
I agree. I think what I'd like to do is once we solve who's going to chair that committee, maybe get that person and you together and you can pass your torches on along and make that one of them.
Yeah.
Is there any objection to that?
No.
And I do have a couple other things before I have to go, or not go, but step out. There's a couple standing referrals that I thought might benefit economic development to have on their books. And that's workforce development. It's a little bit more open-ended, so people can come and discuss, like when diamond wipes occurs, if there's any legislation or anything that we can help with, we can respond more urgently. Community tourism and events. I think the tourism board is on there, but it's not very specific. It doesn't encompass events and like things actually occurring, so we can discuss those during the meeting or during the committee meetings. And then economic site development. So there's 3 additional referrals I'd like to make to economic development.
All right, so
Can we
give me
split
those,
them?
yeah, give me those again.
The first one is workforce development. The second is community tourism and events. And then I guess you could put site development or, for jobs, so economic site development or however you want to word that.
I'm just making the notes here.
Yep.
All right, so we have a motion by Ms. Slater to refer to economic development, 3 topics: workforce development, community and tourism and events, and economic and site development. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All right, motion again was by Ms. Slater, second by Mr. Spiegel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. All right, that carries.
All right, and then that's the end of my report. Just to give the community a reason why I did that is because there's times where things come up, like the Diamond Wipes fundraisers that they were doing, things that I can't really discuss in committee right away. We have to have a referral, so this way we can discuss those things more openly during the committee meetings. So, other than that, that's the end of my report.
All right, thank you. For Finance Committee, I have no report this evening. Actually, I do.
Can I add something?
You may, go ahead.
Sorry. Because it doesn't really fit under my committee, but it was shared with me to share. From Family and Children Referrals Council, right now, Turning Point is in need of supplies, from toiletries to gas cards to bedding, pillows, blankets. They have a whole list. I forwarded the list to Michelle so she can get it out, but if anybody's able to help with that, they're asking for donations to help people out. And the other is the Bucyrus High School Student Council is doing an Autumn Festival and Turkey Trot 5K next Wednesday, November 26th, starting at 9 a.m. and it'll go through noon. And they're inviting local businesses and organizations to partner with them. So if anybody has anything to come partner, go ahead and contact them. Because they're looking for people who'd like to host booths or donate pizzas. But in the meantime, this is a big fundraiser for their student council for the school. And just a nice way to have people involved with the school and the community. So once again, that's next Wednesday from 9 a.m. to noon at Bucyrus High School.
Thank you. Any chance you can pass it on to Bonnie to maybe be shared on the city's Facebook page?
I gave it to Michelle.
Perfect. Finance Committee report is, the only thing I was going to share is that they're continuing to work on the budget, and hopefully sometime next week we might have a Finance Committee special meeting. Is that still kind of the plan?
Yes. Tommy, I checked with him today. He's supposed to be, I've been having some issues with the text message where they're not sending when I send them. So I reached out to Tommy. Tommy didn't receive my text message, and he is going to be reaching out to the department heads to finalize the date and time we talked about.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and then we'll be able to have the Finance Committee meet with the department heads to finalize the budget, hopefully. Health and Safety. Mrs. DeShawn.
Health and Safety Committee, when we met on November the 6th, we discussed the status of projects on the open projects list. We removed completed projects from the open projects list. And I also requested the law director email his latest draft of Bucyrus Codified Ordinance Chapter 505, Animals and Fowl.
You know what? I didn't do that, did I?
No, you didn't. But you will, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And my report.
Thank you. Plating, Mr. Me.
No report.
Public Lands and Building, Ms. Sherrick.
I have no report at this time.
Service, Mr. Moritz.
Title 900's moving along very, very well. We only have one more section that needs tweaked. Hoping to hear this week on that one.
The tweaks need tweaked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and I both know what that is. Also, we have a resolution coming up later today, hope it passes, for water line extension on Crowder Road. That needs to be discussed later on today. Hopefully it'll pass. Other than that, end of report.
All right. Special committee or special ad hoc committee for rules and procedure, Mrs. DeShawn.
We're going to be scheduling a special meeting of the special ad hoc rules of procedure, etc., for Tuesday, December the 12th at 6:00 p.m. This is an hour before our 7:00 p.m. council meeting. I will get with Michelle as far as having her,
Do the stuff.
correct, do the stuff.
Hashtag do the stuff. All right. Anything else, Mrs. DeShawn?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's the
Okay.
end of my report.
Special ad hoc committee for property maintenance, Mr. Me.
No report.
Special ad hoc committee for zoning map, Mr. Me.
No report.
Traffic commission, Mayor Truca is not here and he didn't give me anything for that. I will entertain a motion to accept the committee reports collectively.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Sherrick, second by Mr. Moritz. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. That motion carries. All right. Now we're on to the report of city officers. There's not a mayor's report in the packet, but he did present one to me late today. So I'll just read it briefly. Mayor's report for November 18th. Thank you, Mr. President. The administration would like to thank all area employers for participating in the rapid response hiring event, and a special thank you to North Central State College and the Crawford Success Center for hosting the event. The administration welcomes Forge Fire and Company to Bucyrus. We thank them for their commitment to Bucyrus and wish them much success. The administration welcomes Samuel Katz and Lee Chase to Bucyrus for their recent purchase of the former Swan Building located at 428 East Mansfield Street. The administration would like to congratulate Captain Ryan Sparks on his recent retirement from the Bucyrus Fire Department and recognize his 28 years of dedication and leadership to the Bucyrus residents. And finally, the administration would like to extend warm wishes to the groundbreaking of Norton Bicentennial Incorporated, also referred to as Norton Park. All right, is there any questions for the mayor that we can pass on to him? That's the end of his report. Service Director's report. I'll read that as well. Thank you, Mr. President. Due to House Bill 96, the City of Bucyrus is required to put together a cybersecurity policy. He is referring that to health and safety, so I will entertain a motion to refer House Bill 96 to health and safety.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Sherrick and a second by Mr. Moritz. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that motion carries. Number 2 on his list, ODOT has awarded the City of Bucyrus a 5% grant for the construction of the terminal apron design. This will make our contribution to this part of the project 0% for the City of Bucyrus. The grant funds will be issued in conjunction with FAA AIP Grant 339-000-11-021-2025. He would like to refer that to the Service and Finance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Sherrick and a second by, was that you, Mr. Spiegel?
Yes.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same. That motion carries. And lastly, ODOT has awarded the City of Bucyrus a 5% grant for the reconstruction terminal parking lot design of construction. This will make our contribution to this part of the project 0% for the City of Bucyrus. This grant fund will be used in conjunction with FAA AIG Grant 3-39-0011-020-2025. This also referred to Service and Finance.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Sherrick and a second by Moritz. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. That is also referred. So on those two, that is the end of Mr. Starner's report. Are there any questions for Mr. Starner that we can pass on? I did go meet with Kevin DeTrey this afternoon, and we talked about those two grants. And formerly, we had a 5%. The federal government was 90, the state was 5%, and we were 5%. The state then dropped out of that, which would have made our percentage even higher, and then the state came back and kicked it in. But in the meantime, the federal government had up theirs from 90 to 95, which totally absolves us from any contribution. So these two grants that are going to be used for the terminal and the parking lot are going to be zero city money spent. So phenomenal. So I need to finish putting those on there. All right, Law Director Gobrecht.
I don't really have a report, but last Friday I was, my office was reached out to. Apparently scammers are now spoofing City Hall's phone number and are trying to sell people insurance. I assure you, the City of Bucyrus is not in the business of selling insurance to people.
They are also using the police department and the sheriff's department to talk about some convict and ways that you have to protect yourself from convicts.
So I suppose if you receive one of those calls and you question the validity of it, hang up and call that office back to verify.
Correct.
All right. Is that the end of your report?
That's the end.
All right. Auditor Lewis.
Budgeting is well underway. The enterprise funds are ready to go, and only a few questions remain regarding the safety forces and general fund, which I believe we will have ironed out by Thursday, 11/20/2025. There is no change in income tax revenues between October of 2024 and October of 2025. As at this point in 2025, the city is up overall 7% over where we were at in 2024. I would like to refer to finance, the agreement with local government services for gap conversion for 2026. Thank you.
I'll make that motion for the agreement with local government services for gap conversion for 2026.
I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Sherrick, second by Mr. Moritz, to refer the contract with local government services for the gap conversion.
That's right.
Huh? To finance.
Finance.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries. I believe there's a treasurer's report in the packet. And Chief Dorsey, anything from you this evening? All right, and you also have a report from the fire chief in your packet, so I will entertain a motion to accept and file all city officers' reports.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Sherrick, second by Mr. Moritz. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. That motion carries. At this time, is there any visitors' input regarding reports of special or standing committees and of city officers? Seeing none, we'll move on to consideration of proposed legislation for the first time.
Ordinance number 47-2025, amending and supplementing ordinance number 40-2024, being the annual appropriations ordinance for 2025 by appropriating from unappropriated general funds the sum of $10,000 to the contractual services line item within the lands and buildings category within the program 7 general government subparagraph within the general fund and declaring an emergency.
All right, I need a motion to accept that as the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Sherrick, second by Mr. Moritz. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, that motion carries.
Resolution number 237-2025, a resolution authorizing the extension of the already existing water main on Crowder Road to extend no further than 2140 Crowder Road pursuant to Bucyrus Codified Ordinance 914-01G and declaring an emergency.
Need a motion to accept that as the first reading.
I'll make a motion for that one.
Motion was by Mr. Moritz, second was by Mr. Spiegel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. All right, consideration of proposed legislation for the second time.
I got it out of order.
Yeah, 37.
You gotta scroll.
I've got it right here if you want me to read it for you.
Sure.
Proposed ordinance 37-2025, amending and supplementing Chapter 381 et sec entitled Taxi Cab Licensing under Title 11 entitled Licensing under Part 3 entitled Traffic Code of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Bucyrus. And then do you have 235?
I do. Sorry. I have them all over. There's too many numbers that are alike. Okay, are we here?
235, yes.
Okay. Resolution number 235-2025, hereby approving the adoption of the Bucyrus City Investment Policy.
All right, need a motion to accept those both as second readings.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Spiegel, second by Mr. Moritz. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, the same. Motion carries. And consideration of proposed legislation for the final time.
Ordinance number 36-2025, amending and supplementing ordinance number 22-2012, providing the lighting of railways by Norfolk Southern in the city of Bucyrus, Ohio, by providing for an additional light power, setting forth the amount to be charged for said lighting, and by providing the manner of payment therefore. Finally, that the Service Safety Director of the city of Bucyrus be and hereby is authorized and directed to send semi-annual statements for said cost to said railroad company.
Need a motion to accept that as its final reading. Motion by Sherrick, second by Spiegel. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carries. At this time, any member of the general public may present their input or comments on legislation that has been read for the first, second, or final time. Seeing none.
Mr.
Yes,
President,
ma'am.
May I make a comment at this time?
Yes.
Regarding ordinance 37-2025 that deals with the taxi cab licensing. Our committee received an email today from Mr. Greg White. And it just starts out with this ordinance has many issues within. I'm not going to read the rest of the email. Mr. White was here earlier. I assumed he would have stayed and come up and voiced his concerns. So anyhow, I will say this. He does say, this ordinance is full of loopholes. Is the safety of the residents and visitors in jeopardy? This is not well spelled out. Key factors are missing from the language of this ordinance. But if council wants to vote it in as written, this is up to all of you. I know we did have 2 drafts that were available for Mr. White to review. I'm not going to read my nice presentation that I prepared. I'm just not sure why his concerns were not brought to us earlier. Because our first draft was on June 5th. He did have some comments to make on that particular subject along with other matters. And after his talk, Ms. Sherrick did ask if he would email to Clerk Wise his suggestions, to which he replied, and I quote, "Yeah, sure." I don't know if he ever emailed those to Ms. Wise because I never got anything. So I'm just alerting the public that we've received this for what it's worth.
Well, in the wise words of my 8th grade math teacher, John Himmler, never assume anything because you know what it does. I won't finish his sentence either.
I can see him saying.
And I'll tell you, if that, that's getting referred back to committee along with the rest, and it will be available to be spoken about during the committee meetings if anybody so chooses. All right, so proposed ordinance 36-2025 and proposed ordinance 37-2025 are referred back to health and safety. Proposed ordinance 47-2025 and proposed resolution 235-2025 are referred back to finance, and proposed resolution 237-2025 is referred back to service. Committee reports on pending legislation, health and safety.
Is this where we're talking about if the committee...
Favorable or unfavorable?
Favorable. Health and safety is favorable to proposed ordinance number 36-2025, the lighting of the railways. And then health and safety is also favorable to proposed ordinance number 37-2025, taxi cab licensing.
Mr. B.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I guess, I'm sorry, I was thinking is the committee favorable?
Unfortunately, you can't ask that in this meeting.
Oh, I can't,
Nope.
okay.
At this point, yes, it's the committee asked for the legislation and it was presented, so I would say yes, the committee's favorable and we can discuss it Thursday if there's other input that wishes.
Because we're just on the second reading.
Yes, ma'am.
Understand
Yeah.
now, thank you, okay. So yes, again, we are favorable.
Okay. Mr. Me, are you prepared to answer for finance?
Proposed ordinance 47-2025 appropriations, we are favorable. appropriations, proposed resolution number 235-2025, appropriations of this investment policy. Favorable. Proposed resolution number 237.
That's not yours.
No, yeah.
Oh, that's not mine.
You can have it, you want to go ahead, you know.
Thank you, that'll be all from you this evening.
That's above my pay grade, right?
Yeah. Mr. Moritz, how about Service Committee?
Service is favorable. Proposed resolution number 237-2025, water line extension on Crowder Road.
Do you want to run that by Mr. Me just in case? All right, for further consideration of pending legislation for proposed ordinance 47-2025, which is the appropriations, for the second and third readings of proposed ordinance 47-2025, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the reading of the caption and text, and declare it an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Sherrick and a second by Slater.
Sherrick?
Yes.
Slater?
Yes.
DeShawn?
Yes.
Go with it.
Myers?
Yes.
Moritz?
Yes.
Spiegel?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Just making sure you're paying attention.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 47-2025?
So moved.
I have a motion by Sherrick and a second by Slater.
Jink, show me a pop.
Sherrick?
Yes.
Slater?
Yes.
Moritz?
Yes.
Spiegel?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
DeShawn?
Yes.
All right, and ordinance 47-2025 is duly enacted and adopted. You did it right that time. Good job. All right, for the second and third readings of proposed resolution 237-2025, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the reading of the caption and text, and declare it an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
I've got Sherrick making the motion, and we'll say the second came from Mr. Moritz.
Gotta get.
He beat you just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Buzzers. Sherrick?
Yes.
Moritz?
Yes.
Spiegel?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
DeShawn?
Yes.
Slater?
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed resolution 237-2025?
So moved.
Second.
Slater made the motion with a second by Sherrick.
Speedy on that one.
Yeah, she beat you, man.
Slater?
Yes.
Sherrick?
Yes.
Spiegel?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
DeShawn?
Yes.
Moritz?
Yes.
Resolution 237-2025 is duly enacted and adopted. And for the third reading, final reading of proposed ordinance 36-2025, do I hear a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
I've got a motion by Sherrick and a second by Spiegel.
Sherrick?
Yes.
Spiegel?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
DeShawn?
Yes.
Slater?
Yes.
Moritz?
Yes.
All right, ordinance 36-2025 is duly adopted. Old and unfinished business, first one is up. Apparently, when we had our special council meeting on 11/6/2025, I neglected to ask for a motion to excuse President Fankhauser, so at this time I would entertain that motion if so choose.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's by Slater, second by Moritz. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. All right. You say a no? Motion passes. Is there any other old and unfinished business anyone wishes to bring up? Seeing none. New and miscellaneous business. Item 1 was the reappointment to Mr. McKeever to the Airport Commission Board. I would like to table this for right now because I have some things about the Airport Commission that I would like to discuss on Thursday, and then we can come back and get this squared away and taken care of. Is Airport Commission already an open project, or do we need to refer it?
I don't have that in front of me, so I'm not sure.
Let's refer
Should
it,
be on
let's
there, but
refer it
if
just
not,
in
let's put it on
case.
there, yeah.
Would you make
I
a
wanna refer-
motion?
Yeah, make a motion to refer that, just in case it's not on there.
All right, I have a motion by Mr. Moritz
Second.
and a second by Mr. Me. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, the same. Motion passes. All right, number 2 was a reappointment of Bill Stuckert to the Board of Building Standards and Appeals and the Zoning Appeals Board. This would both be for terms that begin January 1 of 2026, running through December 31, 2029. It's 4 years you're signing up for, sir. So I don't believe this piece requires legislation, it just is a voice vote, is my understanding. So I will entertain a motion for that reappointment of Mr. Stucker. Got Mr. Spiegel with Mr. Me seconding. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. All right, motion passes. You're on the hook. And then lastly, we have a letter from the Bucyrus Public Library asking for approval of 2 new board members, dated November 11th, 2025 to Bucyrus City Council. Attention Council President, dear City Council members, the Bucyrus Public Library Board of Trustees has 2 board members whose term will expire on December 31, 2025, Donna Moore and Eden Spradlin. We would like the approval of Bucyrus City Council to appoint Laura Stuckey and Ken Cameron to fill these vacancies for a 4-year term. That would also be January 1st, 2026 through December 31, 2029. I'd entertain that motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Sherrick and a second by Mr. Moritz. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. That motion carries. I would entertain a motion to excuse Mr. Fankhauser from tonight's meeting.
So moved.
I have a motion by Ms. Slater.
Second.
Second by Mr. Me. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries. All right, the referrals. All referrals from this council meeting and any open project list may be discussed during the committee meetings. And I will ask you, if this is one of your committees, if you would please just get with Michelle sometime tomorrow or yet this evening and let her know which one of these you wish to appear on the agenda and which one of the ones you may have just referred to have standing by for later use. I'm looking at you because I think you probably didn't want to talk about all 3 of those Thursday.
Nope.
All right, those include the Entrepreneur Initiative to Economic Development, the lateral sewer replacement on South Sandusky to Service and Finance, Workforce Development, Economic Development, Community Tourism and Events to Economic Development, Economic Site Development to Economic Development, House Bill 96 to Health and Safety, the AIP grant and the AIG grant both to Service and Finance, Local Government Services GAP conversion to Finance, and the Airport Commission to Service. Does anybody have any other referrals that they would like to make at this time? All right, hearing none. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I have a motion to adjourn by Slater and a second by me. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. We are adjourned at 8:16 p.m.